Welcome back to you. The Federal Communications Commission today voted to dramatically change how the government treats internet service providers, also called ISPs. You could soon feel the effects of that vote in your wallet. The board voted to end what is usually called net neutrality. Until now, the FCC said ISPs were essentially utilities and they had to treat all internet traffic the same. They were banned from charging some websites more for better service or slowing traffic for others. Broadband companies such as AT&T and Verizon argued those regulations held back innovation and development. Now, just a short time ago, the New York Attorney General sued to block the new rules from taking effect. Joining us now to talk about what this all will mean for you is the chairman of the UC Department of Journalism, Jeff Blevins. I want to thank you for being here, Jeff.
Well, thank you, Kristen. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so this is what people have been talking about all day.
Yes.
First, I want to couch it. Winners, losers. Let's start winners. Who wins from this decision?
ISPs, big telecom companies, AT&T, which owns DirecTV, Verizon, Comcast, Spectrum, all of those guys were the ones that were pushing for the repeal of net neutrality rules. So they're the winners.
Okay, and for the person at home who's new to this, and there may be people who are new to
Sure.
this, why would they push to lose the net neutrality rules?
Well, essentially, they can make more money. Essentially, it's going to allow them to treat their internet customers the same way that they treat their cable and satellite customers. Because right now, well, up until this afternoon, as an internet customer, I pay AT&T or Verizon to access the internet, and from there I can go anywhere, see any website, get any lawful content that I want.
Yeah.
But now they could treat me like a cable and service, or excuse me, a cable and satellite customer, and they can bundle websites for me. And they could say, well, you don't get access to these, or if you want access to these particular sites or these services, well, that's going to be an extra fee.
It's not unlike cable providers bundling things like HGTV and
Right.
the Food Network, and so now they do it with
Right.
websites. But there's so many.
Right.
How would you even do that?
Well, they're going to do it with the most popular ones, and bundles are certainly not popular among customers, because essentially it means you have to buy a bunch of channels that you don't necessarily want to get the few that you do. And to think that we're going to do that with with the internet is really a tragedy.
Okay, losers.
Losers is all of us.
Okay.
Anyone who uses the internet that's not big telecom, but particularly small businesses and entrepreneurs. One of the great things about the internet, why we've had so much innovation, is because they're relatively low, barriers to entry. It's easy to get online, establish your brand. Well, now, you can be forced to negotiate an expensive carriage agreement with one of the big telecoms. So if I'm a small business, I'm going to be very nervous about this, because essentially, those big telecoms are going to have the ability, to control the market for certain content and services online.
Is this a done deal? I know the decision happened today, but we're not near done with this.
No, there's still some fights to be had. Okay. Here's the thing, the FCC is kind of the low totem pole, if you will, in terms of regulatory authority. Congress can make laws that the FCC enforces. It can repeal laws that the FCC creates, and so that's where this battle is going to go next. There's already been bills introduced in Congress to undo what the FCC has done today. Plus, you have several states that are going to sue the FCC as well. That happened with New York and Washington State as well.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
Jeff Blevins, thanks for your perspective on this. Really appreciate it.
No, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You bet.